This vehicle saved her grandkids' lives. It was that strong from a safety feature. I'm Gary McCaskill, so I came to MSA because we have that family attitude here and a lot easier to work with my own client base. And I'm looking forward to getting people back. I've been doing this for 40 years now in the automotive industry. I spent the first 5 years on the floor and then went to be a sales manager and then 18 years in the finance office. So I've spent years in the management side of things. My 60th birthday, I decided I did not want to put the 10, 11, 12-hour days in. So I decided to just go on the floor as a sales consultant and just work with my own client base. And it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. I did some DJing and stuff like that when I was younger. I was a DJ in Montreal, some big nightclubs, and I did a lot of Christmas parties and weddings and stuff like that. So I was an MC on numerous occasions, and I had a lot of fun with that when I was younger. It was really fun. I was spinning vinyl. I mean, 45s were my world, and back then the R&B was my go-to. I had the opportunity to even dance as a professional on a show called Like Young. We had a blast. I got married at a very young age. I was 20 when I got married.
You've seen the ups and downs of the industry. How do you see it now?
Extremely competitive now compared to what it used to be. When I first sold cars, there was like 3 or 4 buttons on the dashboard, and there was no such thing as backup cameras and screens and remote starts and stuff like that. I mean, it was very, very different. My very first car I sold was a 1985 Bonneville. It was just a big boat and 8-cylinder. I was lucky to get 15 miles to the gallon. And here we are today, you know, these trucks, the F-150 with the 3.5 EcoBoost, putting out 440 horsepower in a 6-cylinder engine, and it's still averaging about 1,000 to 1,100 kilometers to a tank of fuel. Like, phenomenal. I drive a Maverick hybrid that I never even fathomed when I first started a business that a hybrid would be available. But this little thing cost me $75, $80 to fill it, and I'm getting 900 kilometers to a tank of gas in that little truck. I'm excited about the technology today. It's awesome. The best thing that, not just for me, but for the safety of the vehicle and stuff like that, the cameras that are available on a vehicle right now, backing up, and the 360 camera technology in a lot of the vehicles today, it just makes it a lot safer when you're parking a vehicle, when you're pulling into somewhere, when you're driving for that matter. You can have your front camera on. The other thing I'm kind of a mixed feeling about is the hands-free ability to talk on your phone and stuff like that. Despite it being hands-free, in my mind, it's still a distraction in a sense that you're now focused on your conversation and not necessarily 100% of the road. It's obviously better to be hands-free than have a phone in your hand, but by the same token, you got to use it wisely.
Yeah.
You got to be aware of your surroundings. But all of the technology is phenomenal in these vehicles nowadays, all of it. For almost 30 years, I have customers that are on their 10th, 12th, 15th vehicle, either directly through me, for them or their families. I have friends that are my age that bought cars from me back in 1980, 86, 87, 88. Their children have bought cars from me. Now the grandkids are actually coming to buy from me. It's been a long-standing relationship, and building those relationships to me is the most vital part of my success in this industry. And it's why I still want to do it today. Despite the fact, like I said, I'm going to be 73, I'm not ready to pack it in yet. I'm enjoying it. I love coming to work. It's not a job to me. I just look after this. And I think my customers appreciate that. There's no pressure. Come and see me. I help out. That's my job, is to help you find something that works for you. Getting into this industry for a young fella is not going to be an easy thing to do. It takes time to develop those relationships. But I think the number one thing that a young person in this industry needs to do is remember, once you sell that car, do not forget about that customer. You need to follow up. You need to give them a call every 6 months or a year. Just check in. Hey, it's Gary. How's everything going with the new vehicle? Hope you're all okay with it. Just want to let you know that I'm here for you if you need anything. Give me a call. Customers really appreciate you following up and touching base once in a while without a sale process in mind. Just let them know that you're still doing this, you're there for them, and you're ready to help. Well, one of the things I do urge customers, particularly new ones that aren't really sure of what they want, try and arrange test drives in one day and shop around. Look at some different product. If I've got somebody on an Escape, I'm recommending go and look at the Rogue. Go and look at something else that's similar in this style. Drive them all in one day. Because there's emotion, there's visibility, there's comfort. Buying a car, it has to be an emotion that you're gonna feel. Make sure that it's what you're driving is, or test driving, is gonna be good for you. And then you go back and you narrow it down to one or two, and hopefully your salesman is knowledgeable enough to give you all the detailed information that's going to be able to separate them from the other and go from there.
Is leasing better or is purchasing better?
A question like that really should be posed to an accountant. Leasing, in most cases, it's for businesses that have the ability to lease a vehicle right off that lease and then get a new vehicle for their staff or themselves every 3 or 4 years. Buy it if you're going to keep it a long time. To me, that's the way it should be.
Any cool stories you've had, most memorable story you've had with a customer?
I can tell you one that I'm very happy to hear and was happy to hear. I have a client that bought a Ford Escape from me, and 4 years after she had it, she came back in and wanted another one. She enjoyed the Escape so much and found it to be an easy car to drive and very comfortable. She took that one and had it for about 4 months, 5 months, and lent it to her son one day to go and get his daughters at school. And on the way back, he got sideswiped or hit on the side by a pickup truck. The damage was significant. 4 airbags went off, and he ended up with a broken thumb. The girls in the back were fine. But that client wrote a letter to me and to Ford to say that this vehicle saved her grandkids' lives. It was that strong from a safety feature. When you get that kind of explanation from a customer that's experienced that, to me, that's worth its weight in gold. And I've ever since then, I had a profound look at the Escapes being a good vehicle to drive. I have a lot of volunteer stuff in me. I coach my 12-year-old granddaughter in fastball. She is in house league, just wants to play, wants to have fun with her friends and come to the park and laugh and dance and listen to music and get up and swing a bat. I also I'm an assistant coach with Abbotsford U13B Outlaws girls fastball. Yesterday we had our 7th golf tournament for Archway Community Services, raised just over $90,000. So in the years that I've been doing it, in 7 years, we've exceeded $500,000+ for Archway Community Services. And I'm very proud of that. I'm part of the Archway Committee. It's a year-long planning event, but it turned out great. We had 140 golfers yesterday. We had a great day, a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, good networking, good community vibes.
An undiscovered place that people should come and check out in the valley, and what kind of vehicle should they take to it?
Now you got me there. Undiscovered place, I don't know, because I probably haven't been myself, but obviously the Bronco Sport, that little thing will take you on some dirt roads wherever you want to go, and you want to experience some of those off-roads around Sumas Mountain or out in Chilliwack Way somewhere. This is a great little vehicle to do it in because it's got the ability to crawl over little rocks and stuff like that. It's a fun vehicle to drive. My first car was a 1971 Pontiac Chevelle, and I got that from a buddy of mine in Montreal before I left Montreal. I liked it so much I actually had it shipped in a boxcar to get out to Vancouver when we moved out here in '76. I bought it in '74, drove it around the lower mainland. I lived in Burnaby for 2 years, and then I got transferred to Paul River and took it up there, and I had it up there for 8 years. And then I sold it before I left Paul River. Great little car.